Yeah, I think you got lucky there.
I did get lucky. You know what? Why else we're lucky?
Why?
For Cheryl.
Yeah, at least she's there holding on the fort.
I know, seriously. Speaking of my mother, did I tell you before we packed everything up and moved, she dug through the garbage can. I put all my masks in a bag, threw them in the trash. I did a whole video. I was like, it's time. We're moving on from the mask. A closure thing. Not really thinking. They were there and I was like, let's throw them away.
Yeah.
Throw them in the garbage. I make the video, post it. I'm on the back porch, like it's 5 minutes maybe that it's been up. And she comes outside and she goes, I'm taking the masks out of the garbage. And I'm like, Mom. And I film her. She goes and takes them out of the nasty sauce-filled garbage.
It sounds like something.
And she's like, no, dude, like, you're going to regret that. Like, memorabilia, let's sell them, let's donate them.
Sell them, really?
Which I'd rather just, it's smart, but there's not, I want to make the money. I want to donate.
With all the egg soup spit.
Clam chowder. Clam chowder that soaked the mouths.
On them, I think people would be offended if you made them pay for it and ship that to them.
I like they might be into it.
I like that.
I don't know.
Donating and whatever, that's really great, but
us getting that spat in our mouths. Beer, soup, egg, raw egg,
yeah.
Clam chowder, raw egg. Yeah, I got it one time. I literally got salmonella one time. Yes.
Do you throw up from it?
No, but I had out the other end. And I was like and I was crying that day. Like, please don't make me do this. It's my worst fear in the whole world.
Yeah.
Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. And I fucking did it because I'm, not a bitch, but also I'm in the bathroom crying because I think I'm going to throw up.
You think it's actually from the raw egg, though? Like,
for sure.
Off the record,
it went down my throat. Yeah.
That's crazy. Sorry with the hiccup.
Yeah, so we kept the masks, which is crazy.
And that probably confused everybody, what we were just talking about.
Oh, we're here. We're on film.
Okay.
It was just me and you for a second. So you might be confused, wondering why we're talking about getting our mouths spit in with masks.
And soup. And
egg. If you're new here.
Salmonella.
Salmonella. We don't have salmonella now. If you're new here, I am Briana. This is Geena. I'm the ski mask girl on the internet. I once wore a ski mask on my head for 3 years, and nobody knew who I was for a very long time. Mm-hmm. And then I took the mask off, and I unveiled myself to the world, and now I'm sitting here with my big face, and this is my best friend.
And we've been friends since...
You're doing that quiet thing. You're doing that. You sit back and you whisper to yourself. Get in the mic, brother.
We've been friends since 9th grade.
Yeah, nobody really...
14, since we were 14.
Yeah, so I've been on the internet, for years, and you thought it was just me, but really, she's been here the whole time.
And nobody suspected a thing.
The other ski mask girl in all of Tony's videos, it was her.
The one with the fat ass?
The very first...
No, I'm just kidding. It was not.
The very first video we ever did, was that the first one you were ever in? I think you were in some beer stick once before that. You were. That was the egg and the salmonella.
Yeah, in that one house, remember? And it was winter.
Yeah, it was scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the first video where we wore ski masks.
I was with her.
She was there, and she was in like a bunch of them with the mask on.
Or like when we were like the tri-fold.
When he had us both stacked on his shoulders and we would golf.
Briana, and then me.
Yeah, I was always
strong.
I was in the middle.
I couldn't believe it, dude.
It was crazy. Yeah, so
if that just doesn't show you, we ride or fucking die for each other.
We ride or die, yeah. But if you're new here, if you haven't been following, if you kind of know something, I've been on the internet 3 years wearing the ski mask. I was a part of Two Turn Tony and his old shkit. I was his character in his videos. Shtick?
Yeah.
What'd I say? Skit?
Skit and shtick. Whatever. All the skits and all the shticks.
Whatever it is, I'm sure you've seen something involving a duck and me in a bathing suit running around doing really weird things. Before that, before me and the ski mask, there was me and Geena.
Yeah.
This is my best friend since 9th grade, since we were 14. We met in biology class, and we have been the most annoying duo.
Literally ever
How many years is that? Like 15 years? I'm not good at math.
Almost 15, yeah. You'll be 29.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not good. But yeah, we've literally like inseparable. Like you'll see we're just as annoying now as we were. We had a friend group and they would all get pissed at us because we would never like leave each other alone.
We
We'd
would
ignore
seclude
everybody
ourselves and like giggle and not tell anybody what we were laughing about. Or like everyone would say we'd pick on them and then we'd laugh about it, which I think personally wasn't true.
Oh.
If you can't take the heat,
get the kitchen.
Yeah.
Out of it.
But we've always been
up each other's rears. That's why we finish each other's sentences. You'll see. So you're watching and you're wondering, why are they so in sync and annoying? It's because we've been doing this our whole lives, basically.
And also, we spend every waking second together.
Yeah.
Which, as almost 30-year-old women, is probably potentially
sleeping in the same bed every night.
Might be
sharing a room.
A red flag, some might say. But that's the era that we're in, okay? We've been stripped of this, of this bond and this, like, phase of our lives. Like, we should have had this at 21.
We've been literally talking about it, waiting for it for years and years and years. Basically, big picture, Geena was in a super toxic relationship. She got out of it. The second she got out of it, I jumped in one. So she was gone. I was there with her, getting her through it, got her out of it. And then she's like, okay, let's go. And then I was like, nope, see ya. And I got in one.
Yeah, so it was like 8 years probably.
Of us just
mine was 5 and yours was like almost 3.
Yeah.
I might be rounding up. But
no, that's right. So yeah, we've been, and the whole time we were like, no, dude, one day it's going to be me and you. Mm-hmm. Like, me and you out of these situations, running it. And now we're doing that. And thank you for being here to join us. And symbolically
taking the mask off, which leads us into the name of our podcast that we finally convinced everybody on our team to get on board with. And maybe it is a bit controversial and inappropriate because of the profanity. But our brand has never been without profanity.
No, it's who we are. We're rednecks, man. We're hillbillies. I got a trucker mouth. Can't help it.
Well, that and people who, I'm sorry, have OnlyFans, like, you know.
We're not.
Titties and shit. So I'm going to say fuck. Yeah. Which then leads us into the name of our podcast.
Fuck it, mask off.
Fuck it, mask off. Ayy. Future.
If you're watching this,
please don't sue us.
Don't come for us. We don't
yet. But yeah, so we decided to finally name it Fuck It, Mask Off. Because we knew that we needed to tie in Brianna's brand with it. Obviously, like, it would be silly not to do that.
That's the reason why we're here.
Yeah.
The whole reason we're here is because I was given a platform as the Ski Mask Girl. That's how you guys know me. I'm very proud of it. I'm very happy to have gotten that opportunity. And now we're here. And just because I took the mask off doesn't mean we're not still here and we're not still driving that brand. It's my business. It's everything that I worked for and created. And we're very proud of it. And it's really fun. So here we are. Fuck it. Mask off. And this just, as we go along, you know, it's unmasking us, what we've been through, people you're going to see on this podcast, what they've been through. It's kind of just like, you know, come here.
That's the point, is like to strip it down and just be real fucking people, man.
To the basics, man. Because that's all we know really what to do. And
we put all of our cards on the table. We're open books. An overshare, I am. You know, you like to bottle shit up. I like to overshare, I like to over-explain, I like to overcomplicate.
Yeah.
So we're going to merge and now find that middle ground between the two of us.
Together.
So with the obvious being Brianna has a platform and fans, for lack of a better term, that's like obviously why we'd start a podcast. Those people want to hear from you. And I'm just along for the ride because if you're getting her, you're getting me, fuckers. And that's just how it's going to go from here on out. But in addition to that, I think us starting a podcast could be beneficial to a decent amount of people. Like, we might be fucking idiots and we might do dumb shit and we like to party, we like to crush brews on our head, and that's all fun and good, and that's entertainment in itself.
Yeah.
But deep down, we've been through shit. And we know shit.
We've been through a lot, man.
We've had therapists. We've had revelations.
Okay, we've had a lot of shit go down, and we know a lot. We've seen a lot, and this is also a space to just help anyone listening know that you're not too stuck in something to get out ever. There's always a chance for you, and
whatever it is, it could be anything.
Anything, job, relationship, family, whatever it is,
friends,
you're not stuck. And what we've learned, what we've been through, it like if we can get out, man, you can get out. You're gonna be fine, and you're gonna get that help. That's why we're here, to help you get out. We're here for a lot of other things. Yeah, you're gonna have a little bit of fun.
We're here for the comedic breaks.
Yeah,
and it might not be everybody's cup of tea, but
it's ours. So
yeah, and then also for a hand to hold.
Yeah,
hypothetically, hopefully, we want to help. We
want
to be annoying, but we want to help too.
Yeah, we're here to help. We love to help. We really do love to help. We're good girls, man. We're good fucking girls. That's Gina's. Can I tell them? Gina's like kink praise.
No, it's
praise kink.
Yeah, it's so embarrassing.
I'm sorry, I said it, and your eyes lit up.
Did they? I was like, what?
Gina's praise kink is being like called a good girl and shit, which I
like,
get it.
Yeah. It's a thing.
Mine's a little bit more.
And everyone's always like, I fucking pegged you for that.
They always know.
It's like, what?
How did you know that? You're like,
anyways, it's because I have to please people or else I get scared, which
Same.
we'll get into later.
Yeah, you're gonna find out.
Okay, so we did the who, the what, the where, the why. Now, the reason you're all here, the reason why we're here recording this is because there's some business that we have to get out of the way, and we don't even want to be doing this. To be fair, like, if we could just not and move on from it.
I personally tried to keep my shit shut for as long as I could. I did that. I have been very respectful, very closed off. But number one, we're starting a podcast. I want to be incredibly open, share my life with everybody. So does she. And number two, they will not stop berating me on the internet.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to stop asking questions. Like, I will never escape it unless I just speak my story, which I'm allowed to do. That's another thing that people get, like I feel not guilty, but, like, it's hard for me to, like, share this because I know that there's going to be so many people defending the other side, which is fine. Do what you're going to do. But I'm a person in the world, and I'm going to share my story. And if it helps one person, it's worth it. No matter how much backlash I get, I don't care. It's worth it. So,
but you're pretty immune to the backlash. Like, it might get you a little bit.
Yeah, I also keep a lot.
I mean, I told you I couldn't handle it. Like,
I keep it all. I take and I shove it into my gut.
Yeah,
that's why I have so many gut issues.
Yeah, it's so easy to be like, hey, like, that's not true. But I mean, I read one thing.
Yeah. No, it is, and the internet's just a very. I'm pretty good with it, and I have thick skin. Obviously, I've been able to fucking do what I did, but it does get hard sometimes. But it just makes me want to just be like, okay, here's what happened. Shut up.
Yeah, which is why we're here. That's the point. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
we got off, but now we're back on. The point is, my friend over here gets a lot of comments and questions, and we'll just say harassment over a situation, which is honestly fair. Like, if you've been following these people, like, it's been years of, like, okay, TikTok is an entertainment app. Like, you watch it to be entertained, and these are people that you follow, and, like, you see them all.
And you love them together, whether it's couples, whether it's friends, family, like, you watch people create something together and you love it, and to see something fall apart, like, it is really sad. So
without explanation too.
Yeah.
Like, all of a sudden you just aren't in them anymore.
It's just over with nothing said.
And it's all hypotheticals and like theories, and then one person says one thing on the internet and then they all, you know, latch onto that and
right. And what she's talking about is another reason why I'm even opening about anything in general. A couple months ago, Tony did go on to paint a picture that I was just using him the entire time to blow up my OnlyFans, which is like the most insane thing I've ever heard. So, you know, I was told to keep my mouth shut for a very long time and kind of like encouraged to, and to not share my story, but
not anymore, bitch.
Not anymore. And I'm not here to step on any toes. I'm just here to tell my story. So it is what it is.
Yeah, there might be some toes stepped on, but I love.
Gina wants to step on toes.
I love that you want to keep it respectful, which is fair. I, however, on the other hand,
Gina doesn't have. Gina,
you know, I don't have respect. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. Okay. Now that we've established all of that we've covered, we've prefaced everything, we're gonna get into how it all started. I think that's the best way to do this, is to tell everybody from the very beginning how this all came about.
I agree.
Where you met him, the first time you were in a video, like how that all transpired. So if you please.
I would love to. We met. I was a server at a restaurant in our hometown, serving it up. Grits, fries, what you have it. And I ran that place. I was really good at it.
Yeah.
I loved it, actually. And him and his little brother and all their friends would always come in. He scouted me out, as he does. He saw potential, and he took it. Love that. He was actually on a date. The first day that he like asked me out, he was on a date with somebody else, which is, I think, really funny. And
that's gangster.
It is. I respect it.
Yeah, that's gangster.
Yo, it's hard. I
do some shit like that.
We would do
I always
that.
got my head in a swivel.
Yeah. Who else? Anybody? Yeah, he did that, and that was sick. So, and this is COVID. This is the summer.
You were wearing a mask.
I had a mask on. I had a cow mask on. God,
I think I made it for you.
You did?
Yeah. Me and my mom were sewing masks. Like, we made like 300 of them. Me and my mom.
I remember that.
And
I wore that thing to the ground.
Yeah, she was like, oh, we should make some for Briana.
One side had money on it.
I know. Signs. I picked the print.
And I always wore the cow sign.
Mm-hmm. The money sign was she picked the cow.
Yeah, I love the cow. So yeah, we meet. He asked me out. I'm like, I'm a dog too. Let's go.
Yeah.
Our first date is like crazy foreshadowing to the rest of forever. We had like a boat day at his family's house, and we're on this boat. I did my first. I wasn't a drinker. Let me say this also. I'm sitting here ripping shots of tequila. I wasn't a drinker until like February.
Yeah.
So I'm not a drinker. I go on this boat with this guy and the whole family. Everyone's getting hammered, and I'm like, well, fuck, let's go.
Yeah.
Do my first beer bong. I Snapchatted Geena.
It's like those stupid ass glasses that he always wears, and she's like, "We did my first beer bong." The dumbass look on her face, and I'm like, "Here we fucking go!" Like that was the perfect foreshadowing. Like I knew that it was just that we were all fucked.
Yeah, everyone was fucked, man. Me too. So fast forward, it's like later in the day, and he's like, yo, come like be in this video really quick. And I get on the back of the boat. I'm on my knees. I have a bathing suit on.
Mind you, I'm sorry to cut in. You didn't even know like what.
I didn't even know what TikTok was.
You didn't know what TikTok was, and then like sponsorships, any shit like that. Like you had no clue.
I didn't know anything. I didn't have the app on my phone.
Yeah.
Like I knew nothing. So I'm on the back of this boat on my knees, like, this seems kind of familiar. And it's like his manager's there. There's another, like, it's a whole production. And I'm just sitting there like, who is this person and what is happening? And he like flips the thing and sprays me in the face with it. It was a beer stick ad. Sprays me in the face with beer, and I'm just taking it like a shot.
I remember your ex at the time who was staying at my house. Actually, I never told you that, but he like showed it to me, and he was like, dude, like this isn't her, like,
yo,
and I was like,
seems pretty good to me, looks good to me. Yeah, and it was insane, and I was like this is so fun. Like, it was like
he captivated you like immediately. Like,
dude.
you guys, that after that day, I would say that you were pretty much inseparable.
We were inseparable. It was every single day. Like, for 6 months after that day, we were together almost every single day. I was helping him film stuff, taking pictures for him. He was staying at my house. I was staying at his house. Like, we were, yeah, that's just, it was,
Well,
I was
it
like.
It started as like a fun relationship. Like, it wasn't work right off the bat.
No, it wasn't. It started as dating.
It was. And like, when was that? When would you say that it became like you went to his house, like knowing you were going to have to work that day? You know?
Probably like 3 months in. I just would help him with whatever he needed. So, like, we're hanging out, like, we would do work, and then, like, I would help him film something, and then I would, like, we would eat, and then, like, watch a movie, and, like, you know, fuck around, whatever. But we were just, like, so obsessed with each other for that whole beginning period. And this is when he was just blowing up. So he had maybe, like, 1 million followers when I met him. And so
he had none.
And I didn't even have.
Yeah.
I had nothing. I was a server, nothing. Chilling, didn't care. Cool. So he would start going to events and start doing all these things, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, cool, go ahead, do your thing.
Or you went a couple times in the beginning.
We went to a Halloween event.
Yeah.
Like,
and you still, I don't think you even had a TikTok still at that point.
No, I didn't. Yeah, so it started out in the first 6 months, like, very playful, very fun. We were just obsessed with each other. I'm a very chill girl, almost to the point of, like, fault.
You get taken advantage of for that.
Yeah. Even if I care, even if I give a shit, I just won't. And I'll just say, go, do what you want. If that's what you want to do, go do it. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to throw a fit. I don't care. I'm cool with it. I'm chilling. I don't want anything serious either. And that's how it started. And so he would go to these events, whatever. We would show up a day later, chill. He'd fuck with whoever he wanted to the day before, fuck with me the day next. It was fine.
It was very casual.
It was very casual in the beginning.
Okay.
6 months in.
Can I stop you?
Yeah.
So you're helping me with all this stuff. Like, when did the ski mask become a thing? And why did that become a thing? And like go from there. You know what I mean? Because you're behind the scenes at this point. You're filming, you're running errands, whatever the fuck it is. When and why did you become the character that you did within his content?
I'd say, like, probably like 6 months in. Before I put the ski mask on, I was wearing bandanas and sunglasses. And it was, like, fine for a little bit. And I wasn't, like, a main character. I was just kind of like, oh, a hot chick in a bathing suit, whatever. And then it was when you and me, like we said before, we did that golf video where we're swinging golf clubs. I'm starting to be, like, a recognized, they know it's the same girl in every video. It's very obvious. And we did that one video, and then people are starting to comment, like, ski mask girl, ski mask girl.
Which one? Just out of curiosity.
The golf one. We both had ski masks on.
Were we wearing
it was
Supreme boxers in this video?
It might have been that one.
Because the one that I'm thinking of, the first golf one I was ever in, like, whatever, I had that pink skirt on and, like, a black tank top, and it was, like, kind of rainy that day. But we were just wearing sunglasses.
Rainy day.
And, no, remember? And then they, like, had us pretend to, like, kiss
on the golf course. I'll do it again. Yeah, that was crazy. And I was on my.
But that's not the one you were talking about.
That was the
we
first.
Didn't have ski masks on that.
No, it wasn't that one. I don't remember what we were wearing, but we were just, like, skipping around in ski masks. No, because that one we didn't have ski masks.
We had glasses. That's why I said
that was before. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So whatever. We go from wearing glasses and bandanas.
But, like, the point was to hide your face.
Yeah, the point was to hide my face from the beginning. So he, you know, kind of made it clear to me, like, his whole thing was no free clout for somebody else being in his video. And I didn't give a shit because I didn't have social media. I was just along for the ride. I was having fun. Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
For sure. Do your thing. I don't care. So bandanas and sunglasses, and then we did that video with the ski masks, and people started commenting, ski mask girl, ski mask girl, ski mask girl. And we're like, wait, that's genius. Why don't we just keep the ski mask on? Everybody's sticking to it. Yeah. Put the ski mask on, don't take it off. And then we made me a TikTok account, At first, the account's name was Who's That Ass? And TikTok obviously hated that. They took the account down. We got it back. They deleted the username. We got the username Ski Mask Girl from somebody else who like was an inactive account. And then that was it. And I was the Ski Mask Girl. But, you know, all along that was like super important to him to have a character who wasn't really themselves, who didn't have
no one recognizable.
It
was a body in the what's the word I'm thinking of? You were like a prop. That's what I'm trying to get at.
I would always refer to myself as a prop because that's kind of how I was, not at first, but more like probably like a year in, I just felt like a prop. Like,
yeah, which is like that's what he wanted.
Yeah.
Fair.
So,
which I get. Like at the end of the day, sex sells. Like it makes sense.
For sure. And we're all winning. We're all making money. Yeah. We're all doing things, but
when you have other shit attached to it, like
when it's not just a job and when it's a relationship as well, being a prop and being something that somebody feels like they own
and they created
and that they get to control isn't the same.
Right.
So basically for the first, 6 or so months, it was just fun filming. This whole thing is very new. I'm very new to the internet. I don't know what's going on. I am like just blessed to be doing what I'm doing. Yeah. And we're just running around, a couple of kids, obsessed with each other, having fun, like felt very much like a relationship, but like a very open and very fun one.
Okay. So let me ask you this. At what point amongst all of this did you feel like things started to go south? Like what was a critical moment that you feel like gave you that like, oh fuck, like things are about to, like I'm fucked basically? Like what was a red flag that was presented to you that you like couldn't ignore? And I know there's probably a million, but like there has to be a point where like you stopped and you were like, this is about to be fucked. Because
it's a very big one, but it was also like the best thing ever.
But that's how they disguise it. They
disguise what I thought it was. I was like, it was like the happiest day ever, but it was also like, uh-oh, we're all fucked here. So it was the day that he told me that he was in love with me, falling in love with me, what have you. And I'm even like, I'm a very like, I don't know. I'm a lover, but I'm not like a lover. Like, I'm not like an upfront lover, but like it takes a lot for me to like open up enough and to be like, I love you. Like, it takes a fucking lot. So the day that he told me he was falling in love with me, we were doing a video on a golf course, and it was the butt tea video. And it was the last one that we did because it was fucking horrible. One of the videos where
when you say butt tea, she had a golf tee clenched in her butt cheeks.
A golf tee clenched in my butt cheeks, holding a golf ball on a tee in my butt cheeks.
It had to be so hard
for him to hit. Yeah. I fucking did it. And, I'm a down girl. I'm down for anything. So I'm like, fuck yeah, put the tea on my butt cheeks. Yeah. Let's go. We do it. I'm laying on the ground. I'm teed up. He fucking swings. He doesn't hit the ball. He hits the ball, but he also hits my fucking ass. When I tell you, I've never felt pain in my life like that. I was screaming, crying. Like the second, and in the video, I don't know if it's fucking 3 years ago, but in the video, he cuts it right before, still posted it, cuts it right before I roll over. I'm on my stomach, hits my ass, and I roll over and start screaming. I couldn't even get up. He had to try and lift me up. I'm screaming, crying. He's like, shh, because there's like people around. He tries to lift me up. I fall to the ground, couldn't even stand. I don't even know how to explain that kind of pain. Like a full swing straight into your body. It was hell. He picks me up, puts me in the golf cart. I'm like sobbing, and we start driving to the next hole. And he goes, "Can I tell you something?" I'm like, "What?" "I think I'm falling in love with you." And I'm like, "What?
Really?
What hole in my ass? Yeah. Oh my God, you're falling in love with me? Oh my God, me too." Like, ew, bro.
So it's funny because in these moments, when you're weak, when you're questioning everything you're doing, like that's when they want to tell you exactly what you want to hear. Unfortunately, like
I'm sobbing sitting next to you, and that's when you choose to tell me you love me. Whatever. And it was like my dedication to him. I was so, even at that point, my God, even like from day one, I was just like, whatever you fucking, whatever you want. I don't care. Like I was so down bad for him that I just didn't give a fuck. And so he said, and I'm like, I fucking knew it. Me too, baby. Yeah. Like, oh my God, we're fucking in love.
I know. I feel like I remember you texting me about it, and I was like,
yup. Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be fine.
He meant it.
Yep. He means that.
For sure.
So yeah, I would say that me crying and him telling me that he loved me because I was crying.
Because you were probably pissed too at the time, right? Like he needed to make a grand gesture in order to keep you where he wanted you.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the point of like manipulators and gaslighters and all those words that like get thrown around so much. Like it's a real fucking thing, and like I feel like that story is the greatest example of it. Like,
but you don't know it in the moment. I'm just fucking happy. My head ass trauma ass fucking stupid ass is like, oh my God, I did it. And I have a lot of like childhood trauma and daddy issues, and like, am I good enough? Am I this or that? And so like I hear that and I'm like, oh my God, someone loves him. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm loved.
He picked the right person.
I'm going to keep doing this. Yeah. So yeah, that was my number one, and I didn't give a shit. Obviously, I ran with it. I said, got him. Let's go.
It's me and you, baby. Unfortunately, you sad sack.
From here on out, we're kind of in this, and it's crazy, and like to compare like being TikTokers to like, I can't imagine like the whirlwind that real celebrities feel, but like being in this thing that I'd never experienced. And, like, we're going live and, like, people know me. And it's, like, this very exciting thing. And then, like, I think that we're in love. And, like, he would call us Johnny and June.
But he would call you that. But to the whole fan base, you guys were just friends.
We were just friends. We would go live and they'd, you know, every single fan is obviously like, you know. And
they're all shipping you. But, like,
I would have to drive it into the ground that we were just friends, because he is still going to events and fucking other people and doing whatever he wanted on his side, appearing to the world that he's single when he's coming home telling me he loves me, and I'm doing everything to him like a wife, which I was happy to do. I was very grateful. I didn't want to lose this person, and I knew that if I didn't kind of, you know, succumb to his needs and give him what he needed, that I would lose him, and I would throw me away, and I would, you know.
Yeah.
Which he did say to me at some times. Like, you know, anyone could do this. Like, anyone could do your role.
Yeah.
You're not fucking...
Which I don't think is true at all. I'd never put up with any of that shit. I would never do any of that. And the only reason why I ever did it was because of you, obviously.
Yeah, definitely.
And, like, I had to, like, explain, like, to Dylan or, like, boyfriends, like, you know, like, I gotta do it for Brianna. Like, no one ever understood, like, why I was doing it, too. Because, like, what the fuck am I gaining? Like, the no free clout thing, like, that expanded across the whole fucking shebang. It was the whole group, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, what was I gaining from it besides, like, just helping you, like, you know.
And then your boyfriend's pissed at you because
it was a whole thing.
You're coming to do a video in a bathing suit with a guy who's topless, getting your mouth spit in.
Yeah, they didn't like it.
And then I had to go to Tony and be like, hey, Geena can't have her mouth spit in anymore. And then he would get pissed. And then it was just a whole thing.
It was funny.
So
I was down. Like, I didn't care. You know, whatever at the time. I didn't care.
Yeah. But then at some points, you know, it got a little tricky. So yeah, that after for the next like year, I would say it was so hot and cold and like hot and heavy with our relationship. I would say it was a one-sided open relationship. I wasn't allowed to do anything. If there was even like a Snapchat on my phone, I would be blacklisted. Like sent home, wouldn't get talked to,
Blocked.
nothing, blocked. Like, and I am at my house like like spiraling. But then he's literally going and having sex with people, coming home, having sex with me, and then asking me to go get STD tested because
Just
he
in case, yeah.
couldn't be seen at an STD clinic because he was famous. I don't know, man, but I did it because I was down bad. If you can relate, don't do it. Don't go get tested because they say they can't. They can. They can do it. Famous people it's God bless. And that was just my reality. I then realized, fuck, I am in a relationship with a narcissist who has complete control over me. Complete control. I did anything he said. I worked from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. at night. Spent the night almost every single night. Got groceries, did laundry.
The jobs that you had were unbelievable.
Took care of the ducks.
When you told me that you would leaf blow for the family. Because we just moved on a farm, so we bought a leaf blower the other day, and she was like, "Oh yeah, you know, I know which one's good." And I'm like, "Why? Like, how do you know that information?" She's like, "Well, I used to at Tony's house. Like, I'd leaf blow." I was like, "Why?
Was that your job?
Why was that?"
And I love leaf blowing. Don't get me wrong.
No, but it's just like the jobs that you were given. Like, it was just wild.
Just because I was just happy to be there, whatever. And the big picture of the whole thing was just being under somebody who had complete control over me, who had completely manipulated me into anything that he needed, anything that he wanted. No. Like, whatever you see from this trip, like, just know that I love you more than anyone. Like, it's me and you. Like, just give me 2 years.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Just give me 2 years and it'll be me and you at the end of this. Yeah, and I'm all yours.
And you hung on to that for like 3 years. Yeah.
Clung to that. And it, don't get me wrong, like, we had a fucking riot together. Like, that was my best friend. And that's what fucking is so hard about the whole thing is, like, I really only talk about, or I hold on to the good and the bad, but, like, it's a lot of the bad. But, like, we were together every single day, all day, every night, playing video games. Like, that was my best friend for 3 years. And I was like, okay, it's okay. Like, if I'm alone for the rest of my life, at least I have a part of him. At least some of him wants to be with me. I have him more than the other girls do. Like, I have him the most out of everybody. Yeah. I'm the main one of the whole bunch of us.
So you made it okay. Like, you created a narrative in your head that, like, made everything that was happening to you, everything that he was doing or whatever, like.
And I did that for myself so that I couldn't, to my family, to my friends, the amount of times I had to say, like, no, it's work, like, I have to go, or no, it's fine because I told him that he could go do that. So, like, it's not, you know, whatever you guys see, whatever videos pop up of him with some girl straddling him.
I okayed it, yeah, so it's fine.
I told him it was fine, so don't be pissed at me for being with him. I protected him at all costs for everybody so that nobody looked bad besides me. Like, I took the fucking fault for everything. And I did. And it was my choice. I stayed in it I chose that.
So with that being said, like, how did your other relationships in your life, or even like the other 80%, of your life that you potentially neglected, like, what did that look like? I know the answer, but, like, you have to say it, so go ahead. Like, everything else, like, what happened to all that?
I didn't have it. I threw my whole life to the side my family, Geena, my dog. Like, I put everything on the back burner. If he called, I answered and I was there. Like, that was it. That was my first priority. I didn't prioritize anything else. And it was insane. And, like, even me just saying this, like, nobody will ever understand what it was like. And just the daily, like, work film environment and how just toxic it was and the fighting. And I'm, you know, pissed and then it was so much. But then, like, at the end of the day, it would be like, no, like, come here, I'm sorry. Like,
well, it's like you got once he got the shot.
Once he got the fucking shot, everyone's good. Yeah. What happens until he got the shot was fucking hell. It was war. It was, nobody will ever get it, and you'll never understand. You'll never see it, and that's fine. I don't really want you to. It's pretty embarrassing, to be honest. But yeah, that was my choice. I put everyone on the back burner because I fucking loved someone, and we've all done it. Maybe not to the extent that I did, literally. But we've all fucking done it, right? You've been there. It's not just me.
Yeah, we've been there. We've fucking been there. At the end of the day, all you want is for this person to fucking love you back.
I just want,
like, you just wanted what? Him to be nice to you?
I can't.
Is that it?
I'm being dead fucking, this is like, I'm gonna laugh, and every time I laugh, like, I'm like,
trying
bleeding on the inside. Yeah. The amount of times a day or a week, whatever it was, I would literally, all I said to him, just be nice to me, please.
Yeah.
All I'm asking of you is just to be fucking nice to me. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. I'm giving you the dream life.
Yeah.
I'm here. Just be fucking nice to me. And you can't do that, and I'm still sitting here.
Right.
And you're looking at me and you hate me? I didn't do anything. Why do you hate me? Come on.
Trying so hard.
I did the shot. I farted in the tube.
Dude, I farted in the tube. Come on.
Please.
Oh, God, so fucked up.
Oh, hell.
Okay, so while all this is happening, obviously there's, like, events taking place, like, meet and greets, whatever the case may be. Like, he's doing, what's the word I'm thinking of? What do you call it?
He's hosting?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. He's hosting events, like, he's doing meet and greets, he's doing whatever. At this point in time, like, what is your role in these events? Like, what are you, okay.
Okay. I don't get to go to the events because that's where he would, get to hook up with other people. And I stayed home. But the rare chance that I did get to go, because maybe I was also being paid to go to, like, a festival.
But that didn't happen for, like, a year or two in,
No, it didn't happen for a very long time. I wouldn't go to an event unless I was also being asked to be there. And that was, like, not an event of his, but, like, we're going to a festival and we're both being paid to promote it. Or something like that.
So the only time you were allowed to go is when you were also going for work, basically?
Yes, when I was, like, when someone beyond him wanted me to be there. But if it was his event,
fucked up.
I think we went to maybe a couple. There was, like, a couple. Oh, my God. Remember the one at home? And he, like, almost, like, tried to get me to not go to it.
At
It was in Ferndale, yeah.
Yeah, I was gone. And I was working.
And it was the same day, and it was, like, a whole thing. And I was like,
I feel like I remember.
Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah.
Because you went to the mall that day, and you, like, went to find something to wear.
Yes, and I'm at the mall, and he calls me, and he's like, I don't know, like, just, like, me and the boys were just gonna kind of try doing that. And I'm like, who are you gonna fucking Michigan?
It was at Bosco in Ferndale. If anybody listening to this knows what the fuck I'm talking about, that was
my one boundary is don't fuck anyone in Michigan. Yeah. I have to live here.
Yeah.
I'm here. Fuck me. Why are you fucking me? Oh my God, it's horrible. So yeah. Being paid to go to the same place, festival-wise.
Okay.
What, do you got a doozy for me?
No, I think that we should, speaking of, like, getting paid for events and whatever, I think that we need to bring up EDC in Vegas, which was potentially, it almost was a turning point And then you got roped back in. But EDC...
I thought it was over.
Yeah,
I
me
thought
fucking
it was
too.
done.
That's when you were first supposed to move to California with me, was that EDC. And then you went and then you changed your mind.
That was horrible. And everything leading up to, like, events, me finally being big enough to, like, go to these things with him, he would, and I know that the girls, even guys maybe, like, watching, like, when your partner or whatever is off on a trip and you're just fucking stalking locations.
Yeah.
You're looking at the people in the background, finding their Instagram, looking at their Instagram stories, staying up till 5 a.m.
Yeah.
I know every single person there. I know the restaurants.
Yeah.
I know their fucking security codes.
Yeah.
I know everything. That was my life for like a year and a half. Watching him and other people's stories with girls all over him. Sick to my fucking stomach. I already know what's happening, but you can't stop yourself from going and looking. Everyone's fucking done it. Whatever. So I'm finally big enough. I finally get to go to these events. I'm super fucking pumped. So we're in Vegas. And the night's going good. He likes me tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We're fucking up.
Yeah.
We're up, boys. I'm fucking in the club.
Yeah, you were cute. You had cute outfits that.
Yeah, he's fucking like, he's up on me. We're dancing. We're having so much fun. And then somebody tagged him in a comment that I made on one of Jack Harlow's TikToks. I commented the word heard. H-E-R.
Like heard. Like got you.
Oh,
like
no.
heard.
H-E-A-R-D.
Yeah, heard.
Heard. Got it. Jack Harlow's caption was something about like women. Like, all my women. I commented heard. Big fan of his music. He's a
love him. Yeah.
huge celebrity. In no way did I think that commenting heard was gonna get him, because it was gonna get me in with like, I can't even fathom. He sees this. He walks over to me. What the fuck is this? Fucking explodes. Get the fuck out of here. Get a fucking flight home. We're done. It's done. We're over. Screaming at me. His friends have to like sit him down and like hold him down. Like, chill, dude. Stop. Like, screaming at me. I run. Like, I run.
Were you
out of
alone?
that fucking. Yeah, I was alone. It was our team.
No, but like when you ran away, like no
I
one
was
came
alone.
with you. Yeah.
Yeah. It was just the boys. I think Maria was there, but she was, I don't know where she was. And I just fucking left because he's fucking screaming at me to leave.
Yeah.
I leave. I'm sobbing. I go sit by myself in Vegas. I don't even know where we're at. We're at some random club. I go and sit and I'm just fucking crying. And he's texting me
Unfathomable shit.
100 messages. Fuck you. Wish I never met you. You're fucking worthless.
Clout chasing.
Whore.
Cunt?
Delete your shit. Yeah. Cunt was
his favorite word.
The favorite.
I like being called a cunt. It's like, yeah, you fuck.
What? Yeah, I am one. Sure. Yeah, it didn't hit the same back then.
No, I'm sure it didn't.
Whatever. Get a flight home. You're nothing to me. You're fucking embarrassing. All of these horrible things. So he is fucking just going off, and I'm sitting there like...
And you're distraught at this
I'm
point.
literally... It was a TikTok comment. I can't even like... You can't even wrap your head around it, and you're like losing everything, and it's so real, and I'm convulsing and shaking, and I'm alone, and I'm like, okay, all right. And you feel fucking worthless, make you feel like you're worthless, whatever. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I didn't do anything. Like, and this person thinks you're literally the devil, wants you to die.
And at this point, are you like begging him?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure. I'm
saying anything that you can.
Well, I'm like, how could you? I've done nothing.
Yeah.
I've been pristine. I've been an angel. I've done everything you asked. I make one stupid TikTok comment and you tell me that it's all, and then
what's the kicker? What was the kicker in amongst all of this mess? What was your favorite part?
Him telling me that I should.
No, you should speak up. You were upset, and I'm assuming you were like, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Like, this is horrible, blah, blah. And he said, I wish you would just commit already.
Yeah.
Is that what, like, I'm not trying to pry it out of you. Is that like actually like how it was worded?
I wish you would commit. You should have just committed. Like several, like probably 4 times. It's so fucked up. Whatever.
It's so bad.
And this is not, I don't know what this is to do, but it was really horrible.
But this wasn't the last time that you were spoken to like this. Like, if you
no, it was every single time I like blinked in the wrong direction. Every time something minuscule came up, or if I, God forbid, went to see my friend, if I did anything, if I moved in the wrong direction, I would get berated.
I lived in LA for almost a year. Moved away. Like, took all my shit, took my dog with me, like, came here, like, to pursue a dream, whatever. And Brianna didn't visit me until after they had broken up. She wasn't allowed to come visit me.
No, and it wasn't even worth it because it would be ruined. Like, it was not worth it.
That's the thing is, like, when you're with somebody, like, you want them to love your best friend. Like, especially when you have a fucked up, like, relationship like ours where, like, if you date me, you date her. Like, everything, anyone that tries to pursue either of us automatically knows it's a we. It's like, okay, so what are you guys doing tonight? Like, or I'll be like, you know, well, we have this, so, like, we can't. Like, it's just automatic. Tell me why. I would bet my life this person doesn't even know my last name.
Like, he doesn't. Does he know my last name?
I don't know. I truly don't know. But, like, I don't think I had one full conversation with him.
And she came and got raw eggs spit in her mouth for him. Like, for me.
Yeah.
But for him, she came, did all the stunts, all the videos, whatever day, whatever time.
And he had no interest in getting to know me. He was honestly, like, super awkward around me, to be fair. And then,
because
like,
he didn't fucking like you.
Right, behind my back, didn't like me because he thought I was a bad influence on Brianna, which I am. And I was.
Yeah.
And I was rightfully so, because I knew everything going on behind the scenes, in addition to me already just being a bad influence. Like, I've been told that a million times in my life. Like, that.
And then watching the videos and seeing shit and just knowing, like,
I know what goes on behind the scenes. So obviously I'm not going to like you. For some reason, for you, I still showed up, but, like.
And that was my whole family. My sister didn't follow me on anything. She had me blocked.
I didn't know that.
No, she couldn't see it. She would get so fucking mad. The amount of times that she screamed at me, like, leave.
Yeah,
you don't have to do this. Just fucking leave. And then her and I wouldn't speak for weeks because I'm like, no, I can be with this person. I can do this. I can fucking handle this. You guys don't know what you're talking about. Like, I can handle this. I'm too deep to get out. Why would I get out? At least, and he said sorry and we made up. Yeah. And the next day after he told me all of this, he's hugging on me and loving me and being so sweet. And it's like, it all just gets erased the second they even, like, just say one thing where it's lifted. You're so grateful that you're not in trouble anymore. You grasp
onto that, yeah.
It's the best feeling. It's euphoric. Like, I can't even explain it to you. If you have dealt with this situation, you know that, like, the 5 seconds of light is like you're in heaven and you die for that moment, for them to just, like, fucking not be mad at you anymore and love you for 2 seconds. And you're like, oh my God, they do. And it's like, no.
Yeah.
They hate you, but now they're getting you again. They just beat you down one more level. You're almost to the ground. But then they're going to pick you up one more just to have you, keep you there, you know?
Okay, so with all that being said, what was the turning point? What was the ending point? Like, when did you finally decide, like, you could not do that anymore? Like, what was a pivotal moment?
So basically, what you're hearing is that long-term controlling relationship, I did everything I could in my power to make this work with this person. I told myself, it's okay if you're alone for the rest of your life. At least you have him. At least you have the fans. At least you have the family. You have all these things. Going to work every day, getting in fights every single day, toxic environments every single day. At least I have him at the end of the day. Like, told myself that for 3 years. Finally get to a point. Sorry about that. I don't know what the fuck that was. Get to a point. It took literally until it was done when it was done. It was
this year. It was this year.
It was this year. It was February. It was literally when I took the mask off. Leading up to that, I mean, at the end, we weren't even friends,
No.
bro. Like, he fucking hated me. We fought almost every single day. I would pack all my shit, pretend to look at flights, like, just to try and get a reaction out of him. Like, fucking despised me. I could just tell by the way he would look at me. Like, and I would literally be like, why are you mad at me right now? Like, I haven't done anything. Why do you fucking hate me? Whatever. It was probably like 6 months straight of just fucking fighting and hating each other. And I'm like, I'm not even your friend. I've gone from someone I thought I was dating to someone I thought you loved to at least thinking I'm your best friend. Like, at least thinking I'm that, like, one person for you. And now all I can think is that you hate me. Like, you're not even a friend to me anymore. And it was January. I was there for a month. Cried almost every single day. We fought like fucking hell. I went on a yoga retreat with my fucking yoga studio back at home. Namaste. Fucking went to Tulum. Had this yoga retreat. I was with a bunch of like older couples who had been through trauma, been through toxic relationships, divorced, what have you. And I'm already at this point, I'm teetering. I'm teetering. I've already tried getting out once. I fully tried to leave a year before this, said it was over, left, got pulled back in. Nobody knew that. Nobody knew fucking anything. So this is a year later. I'm again, like, I'm worthless. I'm literally contemplating my life. Like, not to get super fucking real on you guys. There was one night that I literally almost tried to kill myself. And I got myself home, couldn't fucking move. Like, my mom had to, like, it was a whole fucking thing. Almost took my own life. Felt completely worthless because of this situation. And a month after that, I get this opportunity to go to Tulum, go on a retreat where I have these grown mothers, like, at my head and at my feet. It felt like an exorcism. Yeah. I was sobbing, crying, shaking on the floor, and they're literally holding me down, and I'm just like releasing all this shit, and it sounds like bullshit, but it was like probably the most insane, like, amazing that's ever happened to me. And it was just like, what am I doing? Like, for what? To be miserable for how much longer? To do nothing is worth in your life being that unhappy when you've tried everything. No matter how much backlash I'm going to get, no matter what people are going to say about me, nothing is worth that. And so I had this, it sounds cheesy, but like this crazy revelation. I don't even know how else to describe it. Like an awakening. And I literally was like, I'm done, bro. Like, yeah. I never thought I would ever in my life get to that point, or even to admit, like, maybe I just want to figure out how to, like, really love someone or really be loved. Like, that's not, feelings aren't stupid.
Yeah.
I still have a hard time with that.
But that's Geena, our new thing. Like, it's not embarrassing. It's not uncool to, like,
to love and be loved.
Yeah, to love somebody, like, or to make someone feel good. Like, that's my whole thing right now.
Just make people
feel like, if I have a thought about somebody or I, like, feel a certain way, like, why wouldn't I tell them that? Like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
don't respond.
Even if they don't respond, like, somebody told them something that, like, made them smile or made them feel good for 2 fucking seconds. Like, it is so much better than, like, shielding yourself from everybody. And, like,
and that's what I do, is act like I don't give a shit. Nothing phases me. I don't care. Do whatever you want. Take what you want. I still do it.
Yeah.
I still have a huge problem with it. But Geena's like, dude, just show that you give a fuck. Like, it doesn't matter. And this whole trip, I'm just like, oh my God, like what have I been doing? I don't want this forever. I don't want to be alone and in something that's not real and accept something that's killing me. So
you get home.
I get home and I wasn't even planning on doing this, bro. He texted me and he sent me like a leaked photo from OnlyFans. Mind you, he had an OnlyFans. He was also selling his body on the internet. Sends me a leaked photo of myself and is like all pissed about it and like judging me for it and making me feel like shit about it. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, and I get that text. It's the first text I get when I get home. And I'm just like, no.
That was it.
He goes, yeah, we should talk. And I go, yeah, we should. And we had a phone call. It's fucking something that like it kind of, and you know, he tried kind of making me feel bad about it for a while, but like ending it over the phone, it sucks. But he's in Florida. I'm in Michigan. What, I'm going to fly down to Florida so we can break up and have to fly home? He told me, if you have something to say, just fucking say it. You're not going to come here and do it. And I said, okay. We had like a fucking hour-long phone call. And I said, I don't want to not be loved anymore. Like, I don't want to accept this anymore. I've been begging you to just be my friend. And you can't do that. And I can't do it anymore. And at that point, everyone had suspected the mask. Everyone had leaked my fucking who I was for so long.
It was
didn't matter anymore. It was time. I was just like, I can't do this anymore. So we broke up and he told me, that's fine. I could never be with someone who sells their body on the internet anyways. That's weird because don't you do porn now? Just fucking Anywho, whatever. So it happened. That's what fucking led to it. That was the catalyst. It was
catalyst. Never heard you say that before.
We're expanding our vocabulary. And it was hell. Don't get me wrong. After that, it was cold turkey for a minute. I feel like I just kind of blacked out for a little bit. But then probably like 2 months after, maybe, we were in contact again. I know everybody asks about this. I'm just going to say it. We were in contact probably like 4 or 5 months. He was trying to get me back. And I'm not saying that as like I wasn't also feeding into it. Yeah. If you've been in anything toxic at all, it is like the best. I fucking eat that shit up, dude. Oh my God. Yeah. Yup. We're texting every day. We're talking every day. But then we're fighting again. And I'm being guilted again for going to LA to see Geena, for doing things. And I'm like, I'm out of this. Why am I fighting this person again? And then so, 4 months of that, it was cold turkey again. And then he tried talking shit about me on the internet.
Now here we are.
And now here we are. And that was a lot.
Yeah. The craziest part about, like, this whole situation, like, obviously no one would even know this because, like, no one knows who the fuck I am. But, like, I went through something extremely similar, almost on, like, a more serious level because, like, I was engaged at one point.
She got engaged to this fucking broad.
And Briana watched me go through, like, years of torment and manipulation, and
it was hell.
Like, shit that I can't. A lot of it, I
all of her belongings being burned on the stove, with flames coming out of them.
Yeah,
flooding houses just to like cause scenes, throwing a tomato fucking sauce jar,
throwing furniture, like the amount of destruction and like chaos,
throwing shit past her head,
and
just
blood
so
and screaming that I like endured, all while Briana was like my only friend left. Like, I alienated every other relationship that I had. Like, he would yell at my friends, my family, like it was a whole fucked up situation where I only had one person left, and like you were still barely there. Like, there's years where like you were like, oh, I didn't know you did that, because like I wasn't even in contact with you. Like, I was so secluded to this one person.
She cut me out for a second.
And it took me like 4 years to finally leave.
You know what? The song I used to listen to.
This is about me.
It was Post Malone, Better Now. You probably think that you are
about
better
me?
now. And I'd be in the car and I'd be all pissed off.
Really? I was miserable. I was miserable
but you
every day.
You ignored me for that period of time. And then what do? She finally fucking leaves. She finally gets out.
I'm in the car. And I finally barrel roll out of it, and this bitch hops in the front seat and takes it into oblivion.
She rolls out of the car. I put my foot on it. I'm still going.
And
I take over.
It's funny, and we joke about it and whatever, but like going through all of that and then watching her turn around and do the same shit was like almost offensive for me. Like, what the fuck was the point of it all? Like, why did I have all of that, like, years of torment? Like, why did I have all that happen to me if, like, we couldn't learn anything from it?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's fucking crazy. It actually, the silence is, like, dead serious. Like, it is fucking wild.
No, it is. But it also is all for a purpose, and that's why we're here today. And that's like, if I've learned anything in life, it's that like literally everything is for a reason. All you have to do is like know what's best for you, and at whatever point know that you deserve more and get yourself out. And if I can get myself out of not only a emotional relationship but a work relationship combined in one where millions of people are looking at us, and then thinking that I left because I wanted to leave because it was me. And then he says nothing. He doesn't even address it, says nothing, and then just starts posting with a million other girls. Yeah. And I have to sit there and I'm the one getting heat. I'm the one with people commenting every fucking day. You fell off. You're nothing without him. You did not. And it's like, you think you think I'm not spiraling enough trying to figure out what I do now. I lost a second family. I lost this person who I thought I was going to spend literally my life with, who I only wanted him. I didn't want the fucking clout. I didn't want the fucking fame, which is what he tried saying. I didn't want any of it. I did all of this for you.
Yeah.
And I have to leave because you couldn't just be nice to me.
Yeah.
And so it's like, we do all of that. We go through all of it, and now we're sitting here talking to you guys saying, listen, we went through this, so you maybe don't have to.
Yeah.
Look for the signs.
Know the signs.
Have a checks and balances system. My God.
Which brings me to my next point. A new little bit that we've implemented in our lives is, we like to call it the checks and balances system.
It doesn't work.
Yeah. I'm not saying that it
we
works. We
have a couple shots of this.
And everything goes out the fucking window.
If they have a hat on.
A hat and a mustache.
It's her kryptonite.
Is my kryptonite. They could, and also I'm blind as fuck. I'm blind as a bat. So if I just see a hat and like facial hair, I'm like, and Brianna's like, who are you looking at?
No, she's grabbing them.
Yeah, I'm already touching
She's
them.
touching them already, yeah. No.
It's so bad. The point is, you have to have somebody.
You have to step back and you have to look at the situation. Are they fucking throwing love bombs at you? Probably. I don't know. It's dicey. The world is dicey. Everything. Stay on your fucking toes. You
got to have somebody that it goes through. It can't just be you, because especially if you're already damaged, like potentially us, maybe, like you're not in the right place to make that decision.
Nah,
you need a backup.
I'm a prime candidate for somebody to just take me and use me. I have so many issues, family, my past, trauma, you name it, I have it, disorders. I'm ready to be manipulated. Like, that was my role. I loved it. It was literally my bread and butter, bro. Yeah. I love that shit.
You do, honestly. It's exhausting.
I have a lot of issues. And that's why I just, for all of you that are gonna comment, God, she fucking, she's rich now. What does she have to bitch about? Yeah. It's just like, that's not the point. I am blessed. I would do it all over again. I owe so much to Tony. I'm forever grateful for him. you get mad when I say this. I will always love him. I'll always have love for him. I don't care. That's the person I am. Like, if he called me right now, I would pick up. It sucks. It sucks, bro. I don't fucking want to be this way. That's just the person I am. I will be there for you, even if I literally fucking hate you, and that's just who I am. So it's like, I'm grateful. If you know me, you know that I'm grateful. You know that I did everything I did because I loved somebody. And that's just it.
Okay, so after all of this, if he was sitting here in front of you right now, what's the one thing, what's the last thing, like, you would want to say to him? If you could have the chance to, like, actually face to face say something, wipe your hands clean with it, what would you say?
Because I'm well, first of all, I would say, brother, get your own Amazon account.
Please.
Get your own Amazon account. Stop buying movies on my Amazon account. It was cool.
It's like $12. It's like $12.99 a month.
I know you're well off now.
Trust me.
I know you're doing good. Just get the account, okay? I'd lead with that, and then I would.
But for real.
Yeah. All I would say, you know this. I said it to you every fucking day. I didn't want any of it. All I wanted was you. That's it. Like, I thought that I was going to be with this person forever. That's the only reason why I did any of this. And I didn't get to have that. And you fucking know that. That's all I wanted.
Short and sweet is good. Like, I mean,
I didn't want any of it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't fart tubes for anybody else.
We were chilling, being servers. Like, it was, wasn't a bad gig at the time.
That's what I'm saying. I'm so grateful and I'm so blessed, and I always say I would do it all over again. Like, it was hell, but my God, it was also like just the ride of a fucking lifetime. Like, it was a fucking ride. And like I said,
it's sad that it had to end.
It's fucking tragic.
That sucks, yeah.
It's tragic.
It's the best way.
And if I don't, whether he's watching this or not, I don't give a shit. Like, it is the most, like, horrible. Nobody will ever know. If you do know the feeling, I'm sorry. But, like, to this day, like, it's so fucked up. It's tragic. It's sad. It's horrible that it had to end the way it did. And I wish it didn't. And I would still be there. If you were to just be fucking nice to me, I would still fucking be right next to you, wearing the sock on my fucking head. Yeah. That's all I wanted, was to be with you. And you didn't want that, and that's okay. And now
we're here.
I'm even more grateful to have. That's the thing, you're in it, you think you'll never leave it, and then you do finally get the balls to fucking leave, and your life, the things that we have received after leaving.
The last 6 months would blow everybody's mind.
We can't even tell you. We can't even, the people that we've met, become friends with, seen, been, like, the things that we've seen, you would not even believe.
And the things that we've done, like, we do whatever we want all the time with each other. Like,
for literally 2 months, every weekend we were in a different city. Like, we do everything. And it's the most amazing life I could have ever dreamed of. I still stand every day, and that's the thing. It's all thanks to this whole thing. Like, it's thanks to
we wouldn't be here without
him, the Ski Mask. You guys watching, thank you. We're beyond grateful. I just bought a fucking farm. Yeah. I just bought 105 acres in Tennessee.
Yeah, baby.
And we're fucking farmers, bro.
We have farmers. I don't know. No one believes it, but it's true.
We're farmers.
We went shopping for a lawnmower the other day. A zero-turn lawnmower. Who the fuck are we? I don't know.
That's me. This is new to you. I've been a farmer my whole life. I've been a little muddy girl.
Yeah, you love worms and shit. That's what's so funny about all this is, like, I've always been, like, the talkative, like, I feel like outgoing one.
And just, like, the girly girl. Like, she's always been the girl. I've always been, like, the little boy in the back. And now it's, like, I'm the front runner and I'm the blonde.
Sexy,
but it's, like, if there's a puddle of mud, I'm in it.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to tell you. And, like, she's just, like, watching, like, we're going to have to clean you off after this.
Yeah. But I'm into it. Like,
we're living a whole new life, and this is just, like, a testament to show that you're not going to be fucked. Like,
you're not stuck, and sometimes the grass is greener.
It is. When you know it's not good for you, and when you know you're not living the life you're meant to live, you got to get yourself out, man.
That's something we always say now is, like, if something is so fucking difficult, if something is super hard for you, it is because it's not meant to be. Like,
the universe is making it hard for you.
I get perseverance and, like, working hard for something. Like, that's not what I'm talking about. Like, if it is something that seems damn near impossible, it is because it is not meant for you.
And
like,
it keeps fighting you and pushing against you, and you have, like, and there's just no fucking, you have to force it. If you're forcing something, let it go, dude.
What's meant for you is so easy. For example, like we're talking about, we moved to a farm.
Dude,
it took
our dream farm. Took me
you bought it,
found it the next day, put in an offer. They accepted that same day.
Moved
a month later, we're living in it. Like, fucking butter, bro. And it has been my dream my entire life to own a farm, to have animals. I'm gonna rescue as many as I can. That's my fucking dream. I would have never been able to do this. My whole family is coming with me. I convinced them to sell their houses in Michigan and come live on my property with me. We have a guest house. We're building a third house. And I'm lucky enough to be able to support my mom, my dad, my sister, her husband, her 3 kids, and Geena. Like, I got the whole crew on my back, and it feels good, bro. And that's the thing. It's like, you work for the things you love, and I'm finally able to just fucking share it with the people that love me. Like, give back to the people that love me, give back to the fucking world, whatever that's going to mean, and rescue 1,000 animals and live our lives on the farm.
And I know it was honestly, I feel like a bit heavier than I had anticipated. Like, we really didn't joke around that much this whole time.
I know, it was a bit heavy, eh?
I know, I hope they're not mad.
Yeah.
But
I hope you guys aren't mad. We're really fucking funny.
Normally. But we had a lot of points to touch on that we had to get through.
Because
this situation deserved respect.
It did. If we're gonna start a podcast, you have to know where we came from, what we went through to get here, and from here on out,
it's only up.
It's only up, and you're all fucked.
Yeah, because we have a lot of shit on the horizon.
God, we have so many stories. I can't wait to tell you guys everything we've done.
It's you're in for a treat,
bro. Yeah. I got my ankle skin blown off by a firework.
Yeah.
On the 4th of July, somewhere that we cannot name, and it's my skin got blown off. We do shit that's so stupid, and people message us and they're like,
how are you guys there? What are you doing? Honestly, and we don't even know. And that's why.
Keep guessing.
Yeah, we want to share with everybody because it's too fucking good.
It's crazy, bro. Life, it's crazy. We're so blessed. I love you guys so much. I'm so thankful.
Okay. To
Both
close
my
this.
legs are numb.
What? Yeah, mine too. I hope that this painted the picture enough for everyone to digest and then expel.
And to understand that the point of this podcast is to take the mask off, man. What are you hiding from? Why are you so scared? I was terrified. I was so afraid. Life only gets better. Don't pretend to be something you're not. Don't deal with something that's not serving you or treating you. Yeah. You don't have to fucking hide. Be who you're meant to be, who the world wants you to be, and you're going to get it in return. Take the fucking mask off, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was going to say, but you beat me to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we hope that this was informational for everybody.
And help. And anybody out there who's been in a similar situation, there's a lot of topics to cover and a lot of advice to give, and we're going to do that. We have a lot to give, and we're going to help you.
Take it if you want.
We're going to help you get out. If you need to get out, we're here for you. We're your mothers.
Let me be your mother.
And we're going to make you laugh. We're going to make you feel good.
We hope.
We're going to make you feel real good. And if you don't feel good, that's okay. But you're going to feel good.
Yay. Thank you. Love you. Goodbye.
Oh.